Good Day Columbus on Fox 28.
9:27 now on your Friday morning. You know, transitioning from high school to college is tough enough, but trying to decide what you can bring with you to go to college adds that extra level of stress.
So we're going to try to help you today. We're going to try to stop that strain this morning with college packing do's and don'ts. And David Gonzalez is here from Capital University with some great ideas to walk us through.
Yes, certainly.
Let's start with mistakes. A lot of times people just don't go into this the right way.
Right. Sure. So one of the big things, especially for our college students and their first generation college students, is they perhaps don't talk to their roommate, and they don't really plan ahead. That's happened a couple times where roommates come to campus and I just brought both two mini fridges and
two
brought
TVs,
two TVs.
You're
And
going to share
like,
a very small space for a whole year, so plan ahead.
Yeah, certainly. So one of the big things you could do to plan ahead is you can go on Facebook, especially with today's students. We commonly see them interacting way more on social media, even before I was even in college as well. So Facebook, your friends or your roommates, and certainly you can. Our Office of Residence Life in any institution offers contact information, so you can call, email. So plan ahead. You don't want to bring two of the same thing and then you have a problem when you move in.
How do you start that conversation? I mean, is it literally just, hey, so we're going to be roomies? Or is there a great way to just break the ice?
I think that's a really good way. Just, hey, so we're living together. I remember my roommate just kind of said that. I'm excited to live with you.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy these couple hobbies, these couple things, and kind of make small talk. And then you lead to like, hey, I have a fridge, or I don't. Do you mind bringing that? And you just kind of figure out, you know, what's best for you two, especially within budget. You know, when I was a high school student, I didn't have too much money, so I couldn't really afford a fridge right away. My roommate brought it in.
That's cool.
Even better.
That's the way it works.
But work that out ahead of time.
And then you don't walk into the room and you're staring at each other like, who are you?
Who are you?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so when you are packing, there are some real rules and regulations. There are some things you cannot have.
Yes, so for students and parents, the first thing to do is check out your school's policies, because there are some big time do's and don'ts. So one of them right here is a coffee maker, your standard one. And the reason why you can't do that is because that's an open source for heat. And that can provide fire hazard, exactly.
Sure.
So what is acceptable is a Keurig, because it is an open source rather, and it's much better, much safer, and it's faster. So why not do that, right?
Yeah, right.
The next big thing is students love for the rooms to smell well. Why not? But do not bring candles. Once again, that is a open heat source. It literally is a flame. You don't want that. So if you want your room to smell well, why not get a Glide or a Febreze plug-in?
Okay. All right, something that's not going to burn down the dorm while you're at it. And what do we have here?
This is a power strip. So a lot of times we see students come into our institutions and they have the Walmart or kind of the lower end, rather, kind of strips or cords. And those aren't really good, especially if you plug a lot in there. They're not designed to have a lot of cords or plugs in them. So this is the safest outlet, safest thing to do for our students, especially as well. Like, it's pretty cool because now they have USB connectors. So if you have your iPod, iPad, or iPhone, you can connect it in and it just charges right away. Exactly.
Wow, that's way cool. Huh.
Now, some good things to do. We know some don'ts. How about some do's?
Do bring command strips.
What is that?
So these are the adhesive, the paint-friendly adhesive things to put on your wall. So maybe this is our hooks, so maybe you put on a coat. You put a coat on there, rather. Sometimes people like to put pictures and images up. So we have the other command strips here that are painter-friendly.
They will hold a lot of weight?
Yes, certainly. They're very strong. And if you are going out and buying some, you can simply check the back. It tells you how much weight it can handle. So you're ensuring you're buying the correct one, because some are much more heavy duty than others.
Because if you start putting stuff on the walls, and David had to do this for a while, somebody else has to come along and scrape it all off afterward and probably charge you for that later.
Yes, and who wants a charge when they come home from Christmas break or maybe at the end of the year? So yes, duct tape is an absolute no. You do not want that.
This is a no-no.
Yes, because the adhesive gets on the wall, rips off paint, and then those who work in facilities or residence life are the ones who actually have to scrub that off with solvents, and it's not fun. And if they can't get it off, paint, and then sometimes they paint the whole wall, and it's never a fun
Now you get to
Can you get these anywhere?
Yes, you can pick them up at any local convenience store, a Walmart, Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, all sorts of great places.
And all of those say damage-free, so that's what to look for.
Certainly.
All right, and real quick, because we're running out of time, why do we have the iPads here?
We want our students, whenever you move to campus, we want you to be engaged. So certainly bring an iPad. It's important for education reasons, right? But stay off the gaming. We want you to be engaged to meet new people, make new friends, and essentially have an affinity for the college campus.
Well, that's part of the college experience, is meeting new people and finding who else is out there,
right.
and they want you to be engaged with the community.
Yes. Good luck getting your games out of their hands.
Yes, exactly.
But I think it's a great idea. It really is.
David, thank you so much. We
Great
appreciate
tips.
the time this morning. Thank you.
Nice to see you. And we want to remind you, we are Good Day Columbus, your school closing headquarters.